indicator for various reasons of the amount of colour that I've got left. And as it drains to a dangerous degree, we get the stuttering heartbeat, which is a very clear audio cue that I've somehow managed to miss on several occasions, but she does give you a helpful message.
You're almost depleted. You're dying.
Although the sister does occasionally forget to notify us of our impending emptiness. So a lot of the deaths can come purely through complacency. I've filled myself back up with gold, and here we go. Gold is the best choice since it's one of the main things in this mine, so I can get a top-up while I'm here. I can always keep the reserves till later since the colour won't disappear on me unless it's been ejected from my body as a small globule.
The more hearts you open inside yourself, the more colour you'll be able to transform and the stronger you'll be. And each heart will grant you the gift of a glyph. It's thought that the limit of a soul is 20 hearts. Perhaps such a powerful soul could even stand up to the brothers. For now, there is a heart in this chamber, I'm sure of it. Some are easy to find like that, some are not. Search for it, my sweet.
20 hearts. Well, that's going to take some taking. She said I'd be able to stand up to the brothers with them. And the brothers sound quite dangerous. As she said, danger is encroaching. But how they're going to help is not readily apparent. Just in what way will this actually make me stronger? It will give me more colour to work with, more health and more means of converting colour into Nerva. If each one gives me a glyph, then they're going to have to be damn useful, otherwise I just can't see them making me all that more powerful. I've got a long road ahead, I'm sure something will come up. There's some excess here, but my palette and my heart is all full of gold already, so I'm just going to have to leave that there. Thankfully, there's nothing else for me to waste. Sometimes when you fail to pick up a sprig, it sticks. Sometimes it gets launched like a colour cannonball, and you can climb up pretty much anything. The designers insightfully saw that there was no need for invisible walls, and indeed it can be the cause of a lot of fun. That was the sound of the excess disappearing, if you heard that. And there's a good tactical reason for why it disappears, which we'll see later. The layout of this place is great, but it will make more sense later. It's a mine and I can't do much mining at the moment. There's some sort of horrific spire, and again the level design incorporates these platforms that we can't quite reach, given the sense that there are places that exist that we can't quite explore. The music is haywire, those drums in particular, as if someone has thrown a rubber ball inside a vacuum inside a steel drum, and it's just bouncing around out of control. And on a makeshift pedestal is our second heart. About time.
Shell. This glyph charges the air with color and creates a protective shell around its creator. While the shell is present, the surrounding air becomes dense, making it impossible to draw other glyphs. Increasing the amount of color used in the glyph lengthens the duration of the shield.
And that's my second heart, which gives me a self-explanatory protective glyph. I'm going to fill it up now since there's a nice sprig here. My first heart held 75 drops, whereas this one only holds 25, and is for some reason embedded in my right shoulder. My first heart will always be my biggest, so that's the one I'll use to keep myself alive, basically. My other hearts can be used to make space in my Nympha, as in this case, and they will also increase the rate of conversion.
Don't fear death. There is no death in the void.
Having multiple hearts means that colour gets converted through both at the same time, which is a fact that trips many people up on these early stages. If you don't realise what's happening and you're just trying to buff yourself up with as much colour as you possibly can, sometimes that's the best thing for you, but in reality you're probably just killing yourself twice as fast. Maintaining this careful balance is probably one of the hardest and certainly the most important aspect of the game. I'm going to be converting as much as I can because it's quite generous at the start. I went to these first few chambers in the order that I did because it seems to be the way the game intends you to go and plays it out better, but as you can see, the earlier you get the second heart, the more you can convert, so it's much more practical to go to this chamber first.
Now come back to my chamber. I have more to tell you.
So now the colour will flow through both of my hearts in equal amounts, and I need to build up my stocks of both gold and emerald. For you see, if you mouse over the sister's chamber, when it comes time to donate colour to her, she accepts both gold and emerald and nothing else. Other colours will have no effect or be actually poisonous. Building up my stocks will take some time, but as long as you know that that's my goal, it will explain most of the actions that I do. I just want to quickly say, when I picked up that glyph, the protection glyph, it showed me a quick video of how to use it against an enemy, as they often do. It's an excellent feature to have in a game that otherwise offers you very few hints. However, it does tend to show things a bit ahead of time. It's a little bit spoilery, so I'll be skipping over them in future. It's the sort of thing I can show off far better myself when the time is right. Now that I've sapped up all the colour from all the chambers, the sister wants to talk to me, so I'll go and do that next time. And if nothing new happens, then all I've got to do is wait for the cycle to tick past. I can speed it up and go straight through it, and then I can harvest my trees, find some way to survive for as long as I can, and feed her up.
My hands are almost transparent.
It sounds like the sisters are dwindling away too. How reassuring. Well, until next time, try not to fade out of existence.